Part 2 begins, and we see the Taoist temple, located deep in the mountains. It is a special and ancient temple, but these days, its condition is very poor. No one wants to visit it, work there, or even learn about it anymore. As a result, people have slowly forgotten about this 1,000-year-old temple and prefer hiking in the mountains instead. Because of this, the temple has fallen into decline. For this reason, the head priest tells his disciple, Jan's cousin, not to bring his brother there, since the situation of the temple is obvious. But the cousin wants to change Jan's life. He knows about Jan's illness and believes it's not right for him to stay home alone. He wants to keep Jan busy so he doesn't overthink his condition. That's why he insists that Jan come to work and tells him to wear the uniform he had already given him. The very next moment, Jan puts on the clothes and starts thinking about how to use the small sword. He wonders how to activate it. Suddenly, the sword activates on its own and lifts him into the air. At first, Jan is terrified, but once he learns how to balance himself on the sword, he begins to enjoy the experience. Listening to music on his phone, he happily flies toward the mountain, fully enjoying the moment. Meanwhile, tourists climbing the mountain spot him flying in the air and record videos, which they upload to social media. As the videos gain massive views, people realize that doing something this unique could bring huge profits. Curious, they decide to visit the Taoist temple shown in the video, since the man flying on the sword was wearing that temple's outfit. Around the same time, Jan also reaches the temple. Both brothers then go to meet the head priest. As soon as the priest sees Jan, he tells him to leave. He knows Jan has no money and no job, and says there's no point in wasting time here. He advises him to find work elsewhere. Jan refuses to leave and says that for several days he has felt incredibly lucky. He believes that working here might brighten not only his own future, but also the future of the temple. Hearing this, the priest tries to give him money and send him away, but Jan stubbornly refuses. Seeing this determination, the master finally gives him a chance. As the two brothers step outside to begin their work, a crowd suddenly arrives. These are the same people who saw Jan flying in the air, though they don't realize it was him. They donate money into the offering box and begin asking about the temple's history. The cousin starts explaining the temple's background, but when he avoids mentioning the flying swordsman, the real reason they came, the crowd becomes annoyed and starts demanding answers about the man who flew on a sword. Jan realizes they're talking about him and handles the situation very cleverly. He explains the concept of magical swords and flight, but doesn't reveal everything. He says that mastering these abilities takes a long time, but he can teach them gradually. In return, he asks for generous donations, that they join the temple's group and help spread awareness about the temple. Over time, he promises to teach them how to fly. Impressed, the people immediately doubled their donations. Later, when they see the priest sitting in meditation, they assume he must be the one who can fly on the sword. After some conversation, they finally leave. Once they're gone, Jan pretends to leave as well, but the priest stops him and says he shouldn't go anymore. The priest now realizes how much the temple is benefiting because of Jan, so he asks him to stay permanently and even gives him a room. Jan is very pleased with this, and Jan brings his belongings and the fish tank in that room. Suddenly, Jan hears a buzzing sound coming from the fish tank. He assumes a mosquito may have gotten inside, which could harm the people living there. But in reality, it is the Great Elder who have come to observe the Heavenly Emperor and are discussing him. Jan mistakes him for an enemy and tries to flick them away, even attempting to crush them with his hand. Just in time, he disappears and saves his life. After witnessing this, the Great Elder are so terrified that he immediately retreat into his sword. Seeing their master so frightened, the other elders also panic. They have no idea what their master saw that scared him so badly. As a result, they instruct their disciples to stay away from this matter and quietly investigate the mysterious power instead. Meanwhile, the Kingdom Master has transformed the previous weapon into a huge vessel so it can be used to defend against future dangers. In the next scene, we see Luo sitting sadly, staring at the sky. Her master approaches her and asks what she's thinking about. Luo replies that she's thinking about the heavenly emperor. Hearing this, the master tells her not to worry because she is the most special person among everyone present. The master says she never wanted to reveal the truth before, but Luo possesses the Tao essence, which is why everyone wants her. Luo is shocked and asks if it's the same Tao essence that even immortals chase after. The master confirms it is, explaining that its power is extremely rare and that Luo was born with it. This is because Luo's parents were extraordinarily powerful. The master then tells her the truth. Luo was never an orphan. Her mother was actually the master's own teacher. She was her disciple. Luo's mother came from a powerful lineage, was highly skilled with the sword, and possessed incredible abilities. She married a half-demon. After that, Luo was born, which is why you are different from everyone else. That's why not only you, but even your blood is extremely pure and powerful. Many years ago, there were certain kingdoms who did not want your parents to be together. Because of that, they tried to kill them. At that time, your mother entrusted your responsibility to me. I never wanted to tell you any of this because your mother didn't want you to know. But now everything is coming to light. That's why I also want you to take revenge for your mother. Hearing this, Luo completely changes, determined to take revenge for her parents. Yan is listening to all of this as well. After that, he asks her if he can make a video of her small fox and the cat. He says he needs it for some work. Luo agrees, and he makes a cute video. When Yan uploads that video to the temple group, everyone who has joined the group feels happy after watching it and starts talking more about the temple. Because of this, the temple gets free publicity. Later, Yan starts checking the gifts he received and finds many magical swords along with a golden egg. Among all these items, he also finds a special magical book. After reading it, he slowly begins to learn how to control his powers. He spends most of his time sitting near the fish tank, listening to their stories and uploading them on social media. The people of the magical world help him a lot and share ancient stories with him, based on which he creates videos that keep going viral one after another. After some time, his cousin comes running to him and asks what he is doing. Yan replies asking if he doesn't like what's happening and how he is taking the temple to new heights. His cousin scolds him and tells him to stop all of this. He doesn't realize that everything Yan is doing is real magic. He believes Yan is just lying to attract people. Because of this, he scolds his brother, as nearby temples and their priests have started accusing the Taoist temple of being fraudulent and deceiving people for money. To expose the truth, some investigation officers and bloggers come to the temple to show everyone what the temple is really like. Yan already knows all of this, so before they arrive, he uses his powers. Using everything he learned from the magical book and all the magical swords he has, he performs extraordinary aerial stunts in the air. Watching all this from a distance, the visitors are completely shocked. Seeing everything with their own eyes inside the temple, they stopped questioning whether something special exists here or not. After everyone leaves, Yan becomes very happy. Just then, his cousin comes and thanks him, thinking that his brother once again saved the temple using clever tricks. Yan tries to explain its real magic, but his brother still doesn't believe him. Later, the cousin tells him that many people have come to learn about their temple, so he must come outside immediately. Outside, they see many people trying to ask the priest what makes this Taoist temple so special that something magical happens here every day. The master tries to explain that the temple itself is special, and such things have always happened here. Just then, some investigation officers arrive and start questioning the temple and the people working there as they sense something suspicious. After they leave, when Jan is sitting with his fish tank, his cousin asks why he's always glued to it. Jan replies that it's nothing special, he just has an egg that he placed inside the fish tank. Hearing this, his cousin calls him crazy and asks why he would keep an egg in a fish tank. He says if he wants it to hatch, it should be kept in a warm incubator, not in water. Hearing this, Jan becomes happy because he had been wondering for a long time where to keep the phoenix and dragon eggs. So he immediately buys an incubator so the eggs can hatch faster. Meanwhile, inside the fish tank, the people of the magical world start needing their special herb because they have been hungry for a long time. Although they get food, the herb that boosts their powers and keeps them healthy has run out. Because of this, the Dark Demon meets the Welling Kingdom to buy the herb, but when the kingdom realizes how desperate the need is, they raise the prices, leading to an argument between them. After some time, the Master arrives. When she learns about the situation, she stands against it and tells the Welling Kingdom to stop. When they refuse, she is about to use her powers, but before that, the man leaves. Now, to stay alive and strong, they need to consume the special herb regularly. They have seeds, but no grown herbs, which is making them weak. Suddenly, Lou starts feeling chest pain and then recover just as suddenly. Seeing this, the Master asked what's happening. She explains that her powers might be increasing, which caused the discomfort. Hearing this, the Master immediately transfers her spiritual energy into her, as keeping the body strong during this process is crucial. Seeing them in trouble, Jan asks Lou if she needs his help. Lou happily agrees and starts explaining how important the herb is for her people. She says they have seeds, but growing the herb can take anywhere from 10 to 1,000 years. Jan tells her not to worry and leaves to buy some things. Meanwhile, the Dark Demon's lover, the Cat Queen, arrives. She believes the Dark Demon betrayed her by joining the Qing Kingdom. She calls him a traitor and asks him to leave with her. He refuses and explains how good the Qing Kingdom is, but she doesn't trust him and tries to attack. Before she can, the Master stops her and orders that she be locked away. On the other hand, Jan goes to the market because he knows he can find many items there that work differently in the magical world. He buys everything that seems useful to him. Meanwhile, in the magical world, the weather starts becoming extremely dangerous. At a distance, we see a woman standing there who is the master of the seventh elder. She is far more dangerous than all the 7 elders combined, and people know her as the Mother Master. She is extremely deadly, but because of someone's power, she is sealed in one place and cannot leave. That is why she had sent the 7th elder to eliminate Lou, but when she learns from her disciple that the 7th elder was killed a month ago, she becomes furious. She orders a full investigation. Her disciple tell her that there is a heavenly emperor protecting the people and standing by their side. Hearing this, she says that such a thing is impossible. She declares that no one in this world can be more powerful than she is, and orders them to gather more information about this person. Meanwhile, Jan fully prepares to help Lou. He tells her to dig the ground and plant the herb seeds they have. Everyone does exactly as Jan instructs. Just then, members of another kingdom arrive secretly and begin observing them, trying to figure out what they are doing. As soon as the Qing Kingdom plants the herb seeds in the soil, Jan sprinkles water mixed with plant growth tonic, which causes rain so the herbs can grow quickly. Seeing the rain, everyone is completely shocked because not a single drop of rain had fallen there in the last 300 years. Witnessing the rainfall, everyone becomes overjoyed. On the other hand, the members of the other kingdom are utterly stunned. Right before their eyes, they see the herbs emerging from the ground because of the rain. When the rain stops, they go closer to inspect the field and find magnificent herbs growing there. Herbs that usually take 1,000 years or many years to grow. Seeing this, a man who already possessed a large supply of herbs, someone who used to sell all his stock to the Qing kingdom, realizes that because of this insignificant person, his greed has backfired and he has suffered a massive loss. Enraged, he starts beating the man. Elsewhere, Yan notices movement inside the egg and goes to check. He sees a cute baby dragon hatching from the egg. He's unsure how to raise it, so he searches the internet, but finds no information at all. Meanwhile, the herb traders suffer huge losses. They go to the master to apologize for their actions and attempt to sell their herbs to her. However, the master tells them that they no longer need their herbs. This completely ruins them, as their entire business depended on the Qing kingdom. When the kingdom refuses to buy anything from them, they are left with nothing and are forced to flee. We then see the Cat Queen imprisoned. The dark demon comes to visit her and explains that the Qing kingdom is good and siding with them would benefit her. At first, she refuses to believe him, but after he patiently explains and brings delicious food and drinks, she finally agrees. Later, we see Lu sharing her feelings with her master, admitting that she has started to like the Heavenly Emperor and has developed feelings for him. Suddenly, they hear the roar of a white tiger. At that moment, the Cat Queen's mother arrives to rescue her daughter. She engages the master in battle and grabs Lu by the neck to win the fight. Then the Cat Queen arrives and stops her, explaining that these people are not evil. At the same time, the dark demon arrives carrying delicious food, trying to win the white tiger over. Just like the Cat Queen earlier, the white tiger initially throws tantrums and refuses to side with them, but the moment she tastes the food, she immediately joins their side. In the next scene, we see Lu with Master Lu sharing her life story. She explains that the white tiger is not her real mother. She raised her, which is why she is extremely protective. Her parents were killed when she was a child, and she's lived with them ever since. That is why the white tiger always watches over her. To protect them and help them survive, the Cat Queen takes out a powerful pill and offers it to her. The pill is extremely powerful, so Luo initially refuses. The Cat Queen feels that they do not consider her one of their own. To reassure her, Luo accepts the pill but gives it to Yen instead, explaining its qualities. Yen is impressed and later goes somewhere private to consume the pill. Some people secretly follow him. He eats the pill and begins increasing his cultivation power. Seeing this, the girl accompanying them tells the boy to stop following Yen, saying that someone who is cultivating cannot be a bad person. Later, Yen catches the two of them spying on him. The girl apologizes, hands him her card, and leaves. The next day, Yen passes through the market and notices small toys being sold by an old man. He immediately buys them. Meanwhile, Luo takes the Cat Queen to show her the dangerous weapon and explains its powers. The scene cuts, and next we see Luo and her master going to meet Master Yun-He. Yun-He is extremely worried about Luo and tells her to stay there while telling the master to return. But Luo prefers to stay with her master and refuses. Yun-He explains that it is safer for her here, while the outside world is far more dangerous. But Luo confidently replies that she no longer needs to be afraid because a great power is protecting her. Yun-He does not understand what they're talking about, so they suggest bringing Yun-He to their kingdom. Traveling on flying swords, they reach the Qing kingdom in a short time. The Qing kingdom has already changed drastically. Seeing the dangerous weapons there, Yun-He is completely shocked. She immediately calls the fourth elder and says that so much has changed in the Qing kingdom and you never told me any of this. Elder says that he simply forgot to mention how drastically the kingdom had transformed. Meanwhile, we see members of the Monkey Kingdom. As soon as they learn that a special power exists in the Qing Kingdom, they rush there to seize it. However, they land in the wrong direction, triggering a lightning strike that hits them instantly. Before the fight even begins, they are already badly injured, but their leader is extremely powerful. Using his strength, he destroys the lightning formation protecting the area. At that moment, Yen arrives. Seeing the leader's actions, the master uses her power against them, and the Monkey Kingdom members slowly begin to weaken. The leader senses this and amplifies his power, preparing to attack again. But before he can, Yen uses his small rock to strike the leader. That tiny rock suddenly grows as large as a mountain, crushing the leader beneath it. Some of his followers rush forward to save him, attacking with their swords, but the mountain is far too heavy. They're powerless to help. Seeing this, the dark demon arrives carrying baskets of fruit and jokingly tells the trapped leader that from now on, he will raise him as a pet. When the leader refuses, the dark demon mocks him, saying there is no chance of escape and that maybe one day he might free him. Everyone bursts out laughing. The scene cuts to the Taoist Youth Kingdom, where the master is deep in meditation. Suddenly, he senses a great danger. When he steps out of his cave, he sees flames raging all around. At that moment, a mother master appears, one who has finally broken free from her seal. She wants to destroy the entire world to demonstrate her true power. When the master tries to stop her after understanding her intentions, she attacks him directly. She strikes him again and again, gravely injuring him before returning to her domain. There, she meets her disciple and reveals her true identity. Hearing the truth, even the disciple is terrified. As other kingdoms learn who she truly is, they try everything to stop her, but even after combining all their powers, they fail. Meanwhile, when Yoonhee and Luo return, they find the master lying severely wounded, barely breathing. In his final moments, he reveals the truth to Luo, that he is her grandfather. Luo's mother was his daughter. He admits that he strongly opposed her marriage to a half-demon and, in his anger, killed her own daughter, then spread the lie that she had run away. He further confesses that he never truly accepted Luo either, and only saved her life out of obligation. But after seeing how she's changed, he realizes his terrible mistake. Before dying, he begs Luo for forgiveness. Luo is filled with rage, but how can she be angry with a dying man? In the end, she forgives him. The master warns her that the coming time will be extremely dangerous, and everyone must unite to face it together. He also tells her how dangerous the Mother Master truly is, which sword is needed to defeat her, and how deadly it would be to hesitate, because she will kill her own followers first and devour their energy. Seeing all this, Luo asks Yen for help. Yen bluntly says that he doesn't care about anyone, but because of Luo, he agrees to help save them. He uses the toys he bought earlier as weapons to fight her. Meanwhile, the Mother Master begins slaughtering her own people. Thanks to Yen, many of them survive. As her power weakens, she kills her first servant, then returns to massacre her followers again. At first, people think she has come to protect them, but she kills them all. After killing countless people, she uses their strength and bodies to forge a monstrous sword. At that moment, Luo arrives with the Master and Yoonhee. Luo tries to stop her and begins flying through the air as well. With Yen's support, her power multiplies. Using her swords, she destroys the evil sword. As soon as the sword shatters, all the people trapped inside it emerge safely.
Everyone's attention turns to Luo and her sword. She is the same girl whom all the kingdoms once wanted to kill to steal her power. But today, she is the one who saved their lives. The crowd begins cheering for her. Luo then uses her full power and strikes the Mother Master, knocking her to the ground with a single blow. But the enemy does not surrender easily and tries once again to destroy everyone. This time, Luo combines her strength with Yan's, overpowering her completely. First, she defeats her sword, then she kills her. With her death, everyone is freed. All the kingdoms accept Luo as the sacred maiden and their queen. The mechanical hand Yan used to secure victory is also revealed, and all the kingdom leaders bow before it in respect. Later, whenever Luo misses Yan, she goes to that mechanical hand and talks to it. This time, she finally confesses her feelings. She loves him. She wants to enter his world and spend her life with him. Hearing this makes Yan feel heavy-hearted because he knows he has cancer and does not have much time left. He He tries to distract Luo and avoid giving her false hope. Later, he sings a song for her so she can fall asleep. When he hears a sound from outside, he leaves quietly. But inside the fish tank, a strange glow appears. In the next scene, both brothers are with the priest. The cousin asks the master to teach him some powers. The priest demonstrates a small technique, making teacups float in the air. Seeing this, they become extremely excited. The master then takes them outside the temple to show them something special, the oldest artifact of the temple. As soon as Yan sees it, he is completely shocked. It was the very same object he used as a weapon to save the fish tank people during the battle. Stunned, he asks about the object. At first, the priest doesn't understand what he means. Then Yan explains that he wants to know the story of Broken Hand. The master tells him that this temple was built by a queen. She was immortal, and the queen of the Qing kingdom built the temple in memory of someone she deeply loved. She could never be with that person, so she built the temple as a tribute. Hearing all this, Yan begins to panic, wondering how any of this could be possible, because he had used that very object just a short time ago. He had put it inside the fish tank, so how could so many years have passed? Confused, he immediately goes to check the fish tank himself, but when he looks inside, he finds that the fish tank is completely empty. He puts his hand in and checks carefully, but he doesn't find anything at all. In reality, the portal had completely closed earlier, and Yan didn't even realize it. When he finally understands that he can no longer communicate with Luo, he completely breaks down. From that point on, he becomes even more depressed than before. It feels as if his soul has been pulled out of his body. He neither eats properly nor talks to anyone. Just then, the girl who had secretly been following him approaches and asks for his help. In fact, a white tiger has appeared in a restricted area, because of which she is unable to send people to that side. That's why she comes to him for help and takes him into the forest. While Yan is walking around there, he realizes that the white tiger is actually the same white tiger from the magical kingdom. That's why they recognize each other and start talking. The white tiger tells Yan how deeply Luo loved him and how long she waited for him. After hearing all this, his condition worsens even more. Even after returning home, he remains sad. Seeing his gloomy face, his cousin decides to send him to the market, hoping Wap might met his mood. Hearing this, Yan is reminded of the market. The first time he passed through that street, it was the same old man who sold him the fish tank. Ever since then, he had repeatedly gone back to that same man to buy things, yet he never really paid attention to it before. That's why he goes back to that same alley to look for him. Suddenly, we see Luo in that very alley, alive and completely unharmed in this world as well. In reality, because of her powers, Luo has become immortal, and the timeline of her world moves much faster than the timeline of the human world. That's why she has been searching every alley Yan ever mentioned, trying to find him. In the same alley, Yan is also present, looking for the old man. Just then, he runs into his former boss. This is the same boss who fired him last time, and seeing Yan here again, the man starts insulting him from a distance. Luo is watching everything and realizes that this old man is actually an employee of her own company. So she goes over to talk to him, and suddenly she sees Yan raising his hand. At that moment, a powerful aura radiates from Yan. In truth, all the magical items and pills he had consumed over time had unknowingly cured his cancer, and he had become far stronger than an ordinary human. As soon as Luo recognizes him, she immediately calls him husband. The boss, who had fired Yan earlier, is completely shocked when he realizes who she is. Because of his mistake, he is immediately dismissed from his job. After such a long time, when Yan and Luo finally see each other again, they become emotional. Later, they begin telling each other how much they missed one another. Luo explains that she survived the battle only because of Yan. She handled everything else on her own afterward and tried many times to contact him, but nothing worked. That's why she built a company, hoping to use it to find Yan, and as time slowly passed, she kept searching. After hearing all this, Yan realizes that the company he once worked for, and the same company that fired him, actually belongs to Luo. As everything finally comes into the open, they confess their love to each other. And with this scene, the drama comes to an end. How did you like this drama? Do let me know in the comments. Before you go, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you stay updated with all our videos. And don't forget to hype the video.